Good afternoon and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Igbe, and today in my kitchen I'm going to be making fish roll. And the ingredients I need for my fish roll is, well, the start of the day is the fish and the flour that I'm going to be using to make the dough. But these spices are just here, not for anything else, but just to kind of spice my fish when I'm boiling it. And I'm using this for I'll say one whole mackerel, but it was cut into 4 halves. 4 pieces, and you can see my spice right there. I'm going to be using half a tablespoon of curry, half a tablespoon of nor, little salt and pepper, and half a tablespoon of thyme. And I'm just going to use a little bit of that onions to spice my fish, and 1 cup of water, that big old water over there, to boil my fish for about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay guys, you can see my fish and all the spice and the water in the pot, so I'm gonna cook this for about 10 to 15 minutes or until it's cooked. Okay guys, for the flour part of my fish roll, I'm going to be using 4 cups of flour, and well, the ingredients I need is the flour, my eggs over there, butter, nutmeg just a little bit, and baking powder, and that's canola oil over there is just to fry. And so that is 4 cups of flour, and for that I'm gonna use 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Alright, and I'm just gonna mix that together. Okay, I'm going to use a little pinch like that of nutmeg, that is optional, and just a tiny bit of salt right there. See, that little salt. And I'm just going to mix all my dry ingredients together. Alright, for my butter, I'm going to be using, I use about I cut it off with about 2 spoons like this. Then I'm going to place in the microwave for like 30 seconds. I just want it melted, so basically I want it looking like granite oil, you know, loose, like liquid like that. So I'm gonna put this in the microwave to let it melt, and I'm gonna add it to my dry ingredients, and I'm also gonna add this eggs over here to my dry ingredients, guys. Alright, so you can see I already beat my eggs together, my 2 eggs. I'm just gonna pour it in there, and I'm also going to go ahead and pour in my liquid butter. So basically you can use margarine also if you like, but I'm using butter, so it's kind of, I heat it up, so I'm just going to go ahead and pour it in there also. Then I'm just going to mix everything together until I have a bread-like consistency. Kneading my flour, I just went ahead and put my oil on the stove, my canola oil, so it can start heating up. And you can see my fish right here. My fish is already cooked, so I'm also going to debone the fish in the process too. So after adding my butter and my egg into my dry mix, this is the bread-like consistency I have, but I want it to become like a ball, so I'm going to go ahead and add little water gradually. Don't put too much water at a time, because then it's just going to be too soft. So I'm going to add the water gradually, and when I get like the dough-like consistency that I want, then I'll stop. Okay guys, this is the fish is already cooked. So what I'm just doing is deboning the fish to get into like little pieces like this. Make sure you get all the bones out. You don't want bone inside your fish roll. So I'm just gonna take all the bones out from the side like this, you know, and transfer what I need into like another bowl like that, another plate like that, so I can use it for my fish roll. And that's about it. Okay guys, now that I fully deboned my fish, and my flour right here is in this dough-like consistency. I'm just gonna need a little bit more, and I'm gonna cut it into little shape that I want and roll it out and put the fish in the middle, and I'll show you how I do that. Alright guys, you can see that I cut a little bit out, and I already floured my kneading stick right here, my rolling pin, and I'm just gonna roll it out flat. And this you can get all fancy with the shape you want, you know. It doesn't really matter as long as the fish is in the middle and you're frying it. It's gonna be a fish pie, fish stick, whichever one you prefer. Alright, so now that I have this shape, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it out. Cut out the excess right there like that. Okay, just like that. And I'm gonna get a little spoon, and so I'm gonna throw the excess in there. And I'm just gonna roll it out a little bit more, make it a little flatter. So now it's a little flatter, and I'll just put my fish on the edge right here like that. You know how much fish you want in your fish roll. I remember way back, I used to buy this fish roll that you won't even see fish in the middle. Don't do that back home. That's very mean. So you just go and you roll it together, and you just keep going back and forth like that, and make sure you kind of like get the edges like that so the fish doesn't like fall out in the pot. And you just keep rolling it back and forth until this edge is fully sealed, because if it's not fully sealed, it's gonna get loose in the pot, and you don't want that. Okay guys, I'm just doing another one. You can see the shape I have, and I'm just gonna put a nice amount of fish. And so even when the bone is out, when you see bones like that again, just take it up. And when you go, just go ahead and seal it down like that. Make sure it's like sealed so it doesn't come off. Then you start rolling, and you're rolling like that. So, and make sure kind of like get the edges so the fish doesn't come out, Okay, you can see that my oil is really hot right now, so I'm just going to turn it down, because you don't want it to get burnt without the fish roll actually getting cooked all the way into the dough. So I'm just gonna drop that in there like that. Be careful so you don't burn yourself, okay? So just add a little in there into the oil, and make sure you turn your heat down, not too low that your fish roll will start drinking oil, but just down enough for it to get cooked. Okay guys, so this is the final product of my fish roll, and I hope you have fun making this in your kitchen. And make sure your oil is not too hot. If your oil is too hot, this is what will happen. I don't think you want that, except you really like yours golden brown like that. But this is actually the perfect shape of what it should look like. I'm just gonna break that into two right there, and see, it looks beautiful. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, and make sure you leave a comment, like, and thumbs up this video, and take care. Bye bye.